Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can hear you perfectly,
Guys,
Natalie.
it's so funny. Like, because we have so much travel coming up and tours and all of that.
You can't see me, is that okay?
Hold on. I totally forgot that I would be looking at you. I thought I was just staring at myself. 1 sec. Forgot.
It's kind of fun. You'll be staring at yourself, to be honest with you. But kind of boring.
Yeah, no, but because we were traveling so much, we had to bank a bunch of podcasts. And hold on a second.
We have not been together in so long.
Well, in the studio.
In the studio.
So we haven't sat here in the studio because we had to bank so much to get like ahead. Because when we're away, I mean, now that our sound is so good in this studio, we just can't do it from cars anymore. We just got back from tour in Florida, and Romeo was in the car, and he's like, "You had so much time here, you could have podcasted." And I'm like, standards have changed, babe.
I know, and I'm so glad they have, because you know what? If you're not evolving, you're dying. That's my true, honest opinion. You're
That's
just,
what they say.
now you can hear it, right? I'll go back down.
That's what they say when we're together.
So we're back, and you know, it's Friday, and this means it's sex, and this is what's fun about it, is that we get to do naughty things, talk about naughty things, and they're not even our naughty things, they're your naughty things.
And if I could just keep my mouth shut, they wouldn't be my naughty things too, but I can't do that.
I know. Well, sometimes we share our naughty things, and that's what's fun about life.
Oh my gosh, guys, it was so funny. Speaking of, if you guys listen to this podcast, you know that I did have a guy in high school, and his name was Quag.
Oh my God.
We tried to find him, and he was a cop in Toronto, so I don't know him anymore. But then someone was watching our Facebook Live, and she's like, "I'm still friends with him." He says to say happy birthday. Anyways, my friend is at a soccer game.
Yep.
And she takes a picture of a selfie of herself, and in the background, she goes, "Look, it's a Quag lookalike." I'm like, that's
Nope.
not a Quag lookalike. That is Quag.
That's just crazy that happened, by the way.
It's just, the world is just, it's so small when you get to talking, and like,
I love when you say that. Get to talking.
When you get to talking.
I don't know what it reminds me of. Like, almost like you're like small town, like get to talk, or like older, like I feel like grandmas are like, when you get to talking.
Yeah, like when you really get into it, you know? Like, I was talking to someone last night, and she was like, "Oh, this person's name." I'm like, if a person is from Toronto, Kat and I are gonna know them.
Really?
Yes, it was Shelly's husband.
And
And she knew Shelly too. And I was like, oh my God. Don't be surprised. Listen, because that person's not from Toronto.
yeah.
If you're from Toronto, don't be surprised if you get to talking. The Kat and I will know everyone through someone.
Yeah, you know more than me.
Right.
She seems to know, like, oh yeah, my mom's friend's daughter's
I went to a few different like areas of schools, right? So like
This is about sex.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to stop talking about... Sorry, guys. You came here to just listen to dirty, nasty sex, not about our high school days. But that was... Natalie was doing dirty, nasty sex in high school. Joking, we both weren't. We were both rudes. You know, what did they call us? They called us afraid of the... Okay, she's looking at her Botox.
No, afraid of the dick. I was not.
Yeah, but you didn't touch it for a long time.
Yeah, they didn't say that about me.
Oh, I'm just saying, well, we were blue ballers.
For sure.
Yeah, so they basically like...
I didn't really care that they had blue balls when they would say that one. I don't care.
And if you do,
Figure yourself out.
Like, if that's not our issue. Girls, if you're listening, no man's unit is your issue.
God.
Let that go.
He had blue balls.
Who cares?
Go jack off, fucker.
Wow.
Right?
Wow.
I'm not the one born with the penis.
I'm not the one born with a penis. Fair.
Thank God.
Yeah, you know, it's tricky because sex is changing rapidly for all of us, and the younger generation is changing it rapidly for all of us, thank God. And I really do think that before we had a responsibility for sex, and now it's like liberating that you're not responsible for any man's emotions or feelings or penis.
Yeah.
They're responsible for all of their things. And before, when you grew up, you're responsible for their emotions, feelings, feeding, and penis.
And I love now the women that are like, I guess it's called sex positive.
Yeah.
The way they speak about sex, like they're gonna go get it because they're hungry for it, and that's all it can be. Because that's what it was like for
I have
guys
a friend
before.
like that. Yeah, my friend's like, I'm horny. I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
She's single. Go crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And don't, let's, you know, for us, we did grow up in a time where girls who slept around were sluts, you know?
Oh, yeah, you were like looked down upon.
I think about some of them and I think like, God, they
Good
were
for
just
you.
getting it.
Yeah. as long as you're doing it for the right reasons. But I don't know why men would be insecure if they were having a lot of sex. We don't look at them like, oh, they must be missing something in life.
Right.
But women were like, oh, she's just lonely. Like she's like insecure and looking for attention. No. Because a man never got told that.
No.
He was just like, oh, that's, yeah. And that's the problem with societal norms. We need to change them because we give men excuses for their bad behavior. Anyways, this is what you guys all asked for. So we're going to give it to you.
I'm so glad I'm not a man.
Pregnant sex.
Oh, wow.
These are all your submissions from
all your submissivenesses.
From Not Gonna Lie. And this was a request because I think, again, single sex is talked about a lot. Early day sex is talked a lot about when you're like single and new and everything's fresh.
Not 9 a.m. sex, just early in the relationship.
Early in the relationship. And then there's pregnant sex, which some do and some don't do it. It's crazy.
Yeah,
I was not avid in my sexuality when I was pregnant. I was not an avid, maybe twice.
Oh, and then you waited 6 months. Shit.
Yeah, no, it's not a lot.
You're married to an angel.
Yeah, well, I mean, this and that.
10 months plus 6 months, 3 times. Oof.
I mean, to me, I was not comfortable pregnant ever. Like, it's not like I was exhausted. Like, it's not, I was not a person who felt sexy in pregnancy. I wasn't like, look at me.
Like, you will always remember, because, the Kardashians are the biggest influencers in the world, but that Kris was so horny during all of her pregnancies.
Yeah, and she probably felt very sexy and empowered. I was like, ugh, like it was heavy, and I was so swollen. Like I retained water everywhere, and like you could push my foot down, it would like pop, you know what I mean? Like, oh, anyways, some of y'all, here we go. Pregnant sex is absolutely amazing. Everything is heightened, and while I was pregnant, I learned I was a squirter.
Oh!
Also, towards the end of my second pregnancy, my husband would suck on my breast so much, my body was producing milk early.
Okay, first of all, I think she squirted because her bladder was so full and there was no more room for the pee.
If she thought that was, good for her.
Yeah, and obviously she learned she
babe.
could squirt, and I'm sure now she still knows how to do it.
Just pee a little.
And he got, you know what? Hey, that actually could be a tip, because, it takes a while for the milk truck to come in.
So she never had like the letdown of the problem where it doesn't come out.
Yeah, she was already ready and primed by the time the baby came out.
Wow.
I mean, I guess that's a good thing. Can you do that though? Can you like pump before the baby comes?
Yeah, I think so.
Well then, I should have done that.
Well, listen, no, but I think it can induce contractions. I think, because...
Well, then wouldn't you have wanted that when you were so late?
Maybe. Me?
Yeah.
I would, no. I mean, I tried it. I told you I tried sex.
No, I mean, the sucking of the nipple so the milk can come in. And if you want to get pregnant...
I would rather just pump than have him suck on my fucking nipples.
Pump, not him.
Sorry.
Why don't we start pumping early?
I mean, I'm sure we could Google it. I'm not a producer
because
on the show.
Doctors never recommended that. But I mean, this girl seemed to have everything. She was horny, she was squirting, she was making milk.
I'm not sure if the recommendation would be like, start pumping now. Maybe because naturally your body needs to go through a process.
That's what I thought.
I mean, what the fuck do I know? I mean,
I
was a doctor.
This girl seemed to buck the system, and it worked for her. So good for you.
Yeah, it's true. Good.
Right?
You know what? I mean, I guess lots of part of sex is nipple sucking for many people. So naturally, nipple sucking is something that he would do, not a lot. So he would suck so much. I mean, not like that's interesting.
Yeah,
I think we
that's very interesting.
Think we could maybe like unpack that.
It's so weird how like it can be sexual, but then it also is like sucking is just a natural thing that babies do.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
I mean,
I don't want to think about it.
You did it to your mom, and I did to me.
Yeah.
And then like a goat's doing it, and I'm like, if I can, like the dogs do it.
Is it ever sexual for animals sucking nipples? Is that part of the foreplay, or is that just for baby milking stuff?
I don't. Maybe monkeys play with their nipples.
For sure.
We're gonna have to Google that.
For sure.
I feel like I always see them fucking around with all their shit. Hole. That there's a hole, they'll find it, and if there's something they can pull, they'll do it. Having sex pregnant made me cry. Not from pain. It was like this deep, seeding mental pain. Mental pain.
It's like the baby was feeling the pain. You know,
that's terrible.
That's deep.
That's terrible.
I really hear people say kids have dimples because the dads. Yeah, I know, it's so stupid.
I'm sorry. Men, settle down. Your penises are not that big. Like, settle the fuck down.
Plus, they'd be really sharp and pointy if they were.
Have you ever seen how far a doctor's hand has to go up to like even touch the baby? Like quite far. They put a glove up to their elbow. Like,
does it really go that far? I don't look.
Yes. Think of here to here.
Yeah.
They're not like this. How's the baby doing? Like, it's like, I mean, I was hand gloved. I was fisted so many times when I was pregnant because I told you. Well, I'll tell you the story. I'm going to take a quick break and I'll come back and tell you the story. So I was literally fisted because, did I tell you the story?
I mean, I'm sure, but tell everybody.
Basically, I felt badly because there was with my doctor, there was like an intern and she had to do one more birth to get her like her certification. So I was the birth. So she was like, I need one more birth and then I can pass and I can carry on. So the doctor's like, do you mind if she stays with us? I'm like, not at all. Well, like 15 hours later, I still haven't had the baby with Max. So we're like 9 centimeters and 75, like it's 9.75 dilated, almost, but I just wouldn't go the 10. I don't know why you have to go the full 10 to know you're ready. I don't know. This biologically, you have to be the full 10. So it's going on. It's like, well, you remember, no one called you. I was in labor for so long. And basically, shit went sideways. I had to go have a C-section. I'm on the table, like his heart rate's dropping. I remember lying there with my thing. They put something in me. And I was like, I'm just going to close my eyes. And then I heard my heart rate dropping.
She reached in during this time?
Oh, sorry. No, before that. So they're all,
change of story.
So sorry, I forgot. So she's feeling me. She's like, now you feel her. You can test this. We'll see what's going on. And then she's like, I've got about 6 more who need to like text this. Do you mind? I'm like, bring them all in. They can all feel me up. So all of them had probably like all the interns come in and feel the baby and see what was going on.
They're the ones who probably stopped the baby from coming out.
So there I am. So finally, after like they're all going through. It's like a parade. Mark's like, what the fuck is going on? I'm like,
They all stuck their hands up there?
Yeah, I'm like, this is the closest to an orgy you're ever gonna get. So enjoy it. Like
a lot of germs.
Without gloves on.
Still, it's a lot of hands up there.
I mean, I was numb. I felt nothing. I was just like, I felt
I
bad.
can't believe you let them do that.
Yeah, all of them. There was literally like 7 of them. People were just walking in and your vagina's to the fucking door. So when they walk in, your vagina's like out. And at this point, I was like kind of dying because I hadn't eaten in so long because I was in labor so long.
I was the opposite. They were like, I was like, they cannot.
Oh.
It was hot.
Probably. They were like, that girl in there will let anyone go.
Yeah, yes.
They're like, call the interns, let's go. The whole world's going to walk in. It's
Yeah.
not the whole world in there.
Ah.
So then I'm there and I'm like, I hear my heart rate beat going. Mark's not in the room because he's not allowed in the room for this time because, in case you die when they're doing the things, they only let him come in at the very end when the baby's coming out, like out after the operation.
This is switching from the finger.
Yeah, so everyone's fingered me. All of them are
Yes.
there. Okay. So this girl, she has to have a vaginal birth in order for her to get her certification. So they're in the room with me because she didn't want to leave me, but she can't actually do the thing because she's a GP, not a surgeon has to come and do your C-section. So I all of a sudden
wasted her time.
So she's sitting there, they're both sitting there with me and I'm like, I just close my eyes and I hear my heart rate and she's like, no, you're not. And they're like, something coded, blah, blah, blah. And then they injected me with something and I fucking woke up like I was dying, right? Because my heart rate was going. And then I look at her and I'm like, I'm so sorry. You get your certificate. It's kind of high at this point, right?
Yeah.
And the doctor's like, you're having a baby. I'm like, but is she going to get her certification?
I let her stick her hand at me
and
for
then,
nothing.
And then I kept saying it. And then my doctor's like, she's going to get her certification. Focus on having a baby. And I was like, okay. So I don't know, should they lie to me so I would just stop talking about it?
Yeah.
Anyways, I had the baby.
You did. You had the baby. Whenever somebody's having a baby and you don't hear from them in a long time, you always think the worst. Like if I didn't hear from my sister-in-law,
it was fairly bad.
Yeah, but usually you think it's like a bad outcome.
It was almost a bad outcome.
Almost.
The cord was around the neck.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? I think like bad, like you're going to get a call.
Oh, I was barfing. He wouldn't make noises. It's terrible. Mark had to hold him because I was so like out of it. It was so more crazier. One of that was crazy. That was fucking. I remember just lying there being like, this is terrible because I'd been in labor for so long. Anyways, birthing is beautiful. Natalie just walks in, flies out a pee, and out come the babies. My husband loves it when I pee on him.
What?
And the irony is when I had my first baby, I told him to stay by my head so he didn't watch me push and poop my bed.
Okay, well, pooping and peeing are two different things. Let's just clarify. But he loves it when you pee on him.
Yeah.
I mean, do you go in the shower, in the bath for that, or just like lay down a blanket? Like,
Or you just clean up your mess. I don't know.
he loves it. Like, what part of his body does she pee on?
Well, I mean, you know someone who's they loved golden showers. Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
I can't remember.
The same one that saw Quack.
Oh my God, I forgot about that.
Yeah, he loved golden showers, and she would just pee on him all the time.
Oh my God, I totally forgot about that. You know, you blank some things out.
Yeah, no, I remember that one.
Yeah.
I just don't.
Wow.
You should see Natalie's face right now.
I don't like pee is like, isn't it like acidic and kind of like poisonous?
No.
Oh.
No.
Have you ever tasted pee?
What?
Just curious.
I'm sure in a blow dry, probably. I mean, there's always urine on the tip, unless they wash their tip before they stick it in their mouth. For sure, there's pee on there.
I don't think pee tastes good.
Well,
What
no,
do you
but
think it tastes like?
I don't know. I'm just saying, have I tasted? I'm saying probably. Probably we all have. Also, like, I'm pretty sure one of the boys peed in my, like, when you're, like, changing them and pee goes all over your face.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean,
one
if
of
you
your
had a
kids used to
sip
do
of
that
it-
all.
Oh my God, yes.
I can't remember which
And the
one.
other one knows used to poo in the bath. But I'm just trying to think what it would taste like. I feel like it'd be very acidic.
It's disgusting to even think about. I can't go there. But I mean, good for you that you know what you like.
He knows what he likes, and you're able to do it.
That's really beautiful. Imagine you
Do you like drink a lot of water before you hit the bedroom?
Imagine that's all you had to do. Pee
Piss
on
on
them.
them.
I would do that.
Who cleans the sheets?
Him.
Yeah, for sure. Him.
I'll maybe go to the shower and like you're done. I'll pee on you. That was great. Thanks, babe. You could use a dildo and pee on him, and then he's done.
Ah, still a bit.
I mean, if I could just, I don't know how you make it happen on demand, or like how much you have to
I
do
was
to
gonna say
make.
you gotta go drink a gallon of water first.
And you're like, babe, I'm ready. Let's go pee. I don't know how that works. Or you're like, or what if it's just a tiny tinkle? Is that enough? Like you need a full, like,
Right.
you need like
Heavy
a full
stream.
stream, like a horse, like, and then it's sexy.
And does he like it better when you eat asparagus first?
Maybe it's just the whole act, like it's bad, like naughty, like I get to pee on you.
I'm dominating you. I'm pissing on you like a dog pisses on other like spots around the trees.
But you're peeing on him.
Dominating. He's like, yes,
You're
I'm
my-
yours.
Yeah, I would for sure. I'm open to peeing on someone for sure.
Someone has to be Mark.
Well, I'm saying, like, if you're like, pee on me, I'd pee on you. If you wanted me to pee on, not sexually, I'm just saying, if you wanted me to pee on you,
I think it's a sexual thing.
I'm just saying, I'm not opposed to peeing on you.
Mm-hmm. Me.
Anybody. I would pee on anybody who asked. I mean, I'm not saying I'm not.
You didn't pee on me when I got bit by a jellyfish.
I was going to, and you said, no, it doesn't, that's a lie. I was like, I'll pee on whoever.
I don't know. I don't think I'm into peeing on people.
Just, if I was like, nah.
For $1 million, yeah.
What if I was like, nah, can I just see what it's like if you...
No. The answer is nope. Not gonna do it.
You wouldn't pee on me.
No. Sorry.
What if I was dying? It was my last wish.
Like you're...
Just on my foot.
No.
Just want to see how much you love me.
Your foot.
Yeah. I'm just like, I've never
Just
been
your foot.
I've never been peed on. I'm just curious what it's like. Would you give it a go?
Could we find like a kid to do it, or does that have to be me?
It has to be you.
I mean, yes, I'd pee on your
Thank
foot.
you. Thank you so much.
Only your foot.
My leg?
Maybe your knee.
I'm not looking for my face. I don't want you to pee on me. I'm just saying that's not the very worst thing that I could imagine having to do or have
If
done.
you asked me to poo on you, I would not.
I would never ask
Oh.
you. That's disgusting.
Right, pee's fine.
I mean, people do have... I have to get batteries. And we're back, friends and family.
All right, good thing we know that what your dying wish is. So.
And I hope you enjoyed that break.
Mhm.
I always had a hard time reaching an orgasm while pregnant.
Mm.
One night, while 7 months pregnant, hubby took me to Aren't We Naughty? And he explained to the salesperson.
It's a sex store.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit. I can't believe I didn't know that. I feel like such a loser. Oh my God, I thought it was a show. And he explained to the salesperson that he wanted to help me. He picked out a big vibrating dildo, and we had the best sex ever that night. I still remember it 18 years later. Why don't they still use it?
Maybe it's like, you know, when people do like heroin for the first time, It's like they never get that good of a high ever again. They're always chasing that first time was so good.
So you think that's what the dildo is?
I mean, guess why would they stop using it, you know? It's
I don't know.
The first one she'll never forget how good it was.
Oh, okay, got it. I mean, she is lucky that baby didn't come early because they say with that intense orgasm, your baby is flying out of you. It rocks your uterus.
Hey, you know what's crazy? Did you also, I did not know. I don't know, like, is this true? That you have a better chance of getting pregnant if you orgasm?
That's what we learned in Miami.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, maybe because your uterus contracts. I mean, there's got to be some facts that
For sure. It's just the first time I'd heard it. Huh. You learn something every day. Like
what do I know?
What do I know?
No, like I knew nothing.
No, I don't even know how the human body works.
That's sad. I'll teach you.
I
know everything.
I didn't know that, like, your blood, like, for your period, it, like, builds up during all those days and then it releases.
It sheds. It's called shedding.
Thought it just started bleeding during that week.
Sheds.
Wait, I thought it shedded just during that week. Like, I thought it just started producing it during your period. I didn't know that you're sitting there with pools of blood up there waiting to be released.
I mean, it ends up being like a tablespoon. It's not that much. It just looks like a lot because blood is...
Feels like a massacre.
It comes out with discharge. Like, it's like it exits. Everything exits out. Probably old semen. You probably have old sperm in there, too.
Wow, grody.
Well, sperm lives up to a week. So you have cum in there.
I did not get sperm in there a week ago.
I kissed an animal once.
No, it doesn't say that.
Yes,
Catherine.
it does. Natalie.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's the thing with anonymous confessions.
Okay.
When you cannot see who sends it, people send crazy shit.
Okay. If I kissed an animal, first of all, and she obviously doesn't mean just when you kiss your dog, you know? Like, you know.
I know, because some people...
Okay, wait. But how could she not be specific on what kind of an animal?
How do you know it's a she?
Or he?
Probably a he. I don't know.
Like, what kind of an animal would they have kissed? A snake?
Ew.
Everyone kisses animals. People are always like, oh, I kissed a snake, like I kissed a frog.
Sounds like it was
Yeah, it does
a
sound
little
sexual.
more intense than that. Like, I don't know.
Did the animal know how to kiss back?
I think
them?
that's an arrestable offense.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think? Like, yeah, that is called bestiality. But I mean, I don't, again, this is like a non-judgment podcast. What happened to Nat's eye? It's so much smaller than the other one now.
I have to tell you, it's always been that way.
I love y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm looking at my eyes.
No, when I smile, one's squintier, one's rounder, one's smaller. It's not new. I would know because they're my eyes.
One smaller. This one.
I don't know. I can't really see right now.
You're blinded by the light.
Blinded by
Also weird.
light.
You have a lazy eye, right?
No, I do not have a lazy eye.
I know someone who does.
I do.
And I thought you both did.
No, I don't.
Just one.
You look at me enough to know if I have a lazy eye or not.
You think I know what a lazy eye? Look, I just look at everybody. I don't see things.
You know when it happens the most is
when they're drinking.
Drinking or tired. Their eye just starts to sway in the other direction.
Yeah.
I've never had that.
You.
No.
If you guys can hear my dog barking in the background, she's just protecting my daughter who's upstairs with pink eye. Pink eye from, yeah.
Oh, that's so funny. We were talking about brown eye and pink eye. Yeah,
Here we go.
That was so weird. Blake made that joke in the truck and then it happened.
And I have pink eye in the house anyways. How about when your pregnant vagina is so swollen, you can hardly find the hole? Sorry, hubby, it's not happening tonight.
See, mine would happen like everything would be normal and fine. Then I'd have sex, and then it was like you say, like a puffer fish, right?
Yeah, puffer fish.
So big that I couldn't walk properly, and I have to ice it. And it's so
it hurt and it stings.
And it stings.
It stings so much.
Oh my god! And like if you look at it, you can see how swollen it is.
Oh, I do not do that.
I like lifted my leg up. I remember, and I looked. I was like, oh my god, this thing, and it's like there was like zero sympathy.
Really?
Yeah, no problems. Do it again. So weird. And I never heard that before.
Well, you and I had the same problem.
Yes.
And we said it in the show, and everyone was like,
Yes.
what are you talking about? I was like, wait, sorry. Are we the only ones who get puffy vaginas?
Yeah.
Are we the only ones?
And then you get the stinging. You're so right. So uncomfortable.
Oh, by the way, when Lexi edits these clips, Mark says all the confessions sound like they're mine because she doesn't say submitted confessions. It just sounds like I'm telling you my story.
Where is he seeing this?
Because it's on our, now goes, we share it on our stories and stuff.
Our husbands aren't allowed to watch our stories anymore.
Well, I know, but I was just saying, it sounds like
That's
I
funny.
am reading, like,
That's funny.
me saying, how about when you're pregnant, like, and then
Yeah.
me saying, I kissed an animal once.
Yeah.
That's what, it sounds like me doing
Yeah.
it, Lexi.
Yeah.
So we have to put disclaimer, your confessions.
Yeah.
I was like, no, they're everyone's confessions. Like, I know, but it sounds like you, because you read them to Natalie. He's like, so you might want to clarify that for those people who don't know that they're confessions from your podcast.
Should we block our husbands?
I would love to.
I know. But then they think we have something to hide.
We could block them from the, we should change the name of the podcast and block them.
And none of you guys can tell them what it's called.
Oh, there's so many moles on this podcast. It's crazy.
Oh, I have to tell you something else.
There are so many moles.
There's moles. And the thing is that there's people that are listening to this podcast. So last night someone goes, oh, I listened to your podcast. And I go, no.
No, stop right there.
No.
Stop right there.
No.
That's what you say. No.
She goes, what? And I go, it's not for people who know me.
Yeah, it's not.
She's like, it was really good. I'm like, I don't even want to know which one you
And we
listened
don't
to.
talk about it.
No.
Like, you don't talk about it with us.
No.
Like, our friends can talk about it, but even they know to whisper it when they see us. Even though we take this live on the road, they know to whisper it to us.
Well, because our a lot of our show is a live podcast. And my husband told me last night, because, some people tell you that they're coming to the show.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people who don't tell us that they're coming.
I know, thank God.
Well, I know, but I was like, he was like, this guy on the baseball team's wife is coming, and these people are all flying in from another city.
We don't want to know.
I go, what? Like, I
Is
was
it the same night that I have all that?
I don't know, but I'm like,
No, it's got to be because December 2 sold out so quickly. So December 1 is basically a friends and family show.
I mean, a lot of public. I mean, obviously, there's 1,200 seats, but we don't know 1,200 people. But I'm like,
Well, because December 1 sold out by text message.
yeah. But I'm just,
December 2.
That's the thing, is we also may not know some of these people
That are there.
No, that are actual real fans, like a part of our community, and we don't even know it.
Oh.
I
Well,
know.
here's what we're gonna get so drunk on December 1 and 2, and we are gonna.
We don't even remember. People are like, "Oh, your show." I don't know.
No, you actually can't. Who are those girls? I don't know those girls.
know.
I don't know who they are.
Well, and someone asked me, they were like, when you look into the audience and you see someone you know, does that feel like kind of like
I don't look at them.
No.
I actually, you know what I try not to do? I try to look at the front
the
row.
back wall?
Okay, either like the first few rows, because it's usually your people who've been like, who really have supported you. But sometimes, guys, this is a Tuesday podcast, and let's do a Tuesday podcast on the actual show, because we've got some juicy secrets of like, I'll tell you on Tuesday. We've got time for one more confession.
Okay.
I pooped in a urinal once. No, come on.
That would make sense to me. I would have done that.
Why not use a toilet?
I'm sure the toilets were either full or they were so
What if someone walked in? You're pooping in the urinal.
I think about when we traveled Europe.
That's obviously a man. So men are submitting these.
I don't know. I would poop in a urinal. If I
How
had
would
to.
you go there? You go walk into the men's bathroom?
Yes.
And poop there. And
Yes.
the man would walk in and pee on you. There you go.
Then it just turns into a fucking porno.
I got one more. One night stand. I was wasted. I got my period and didn't know it. The guy's roommate comes in to tell us he had a phone call. Roommate notices ketchup all over his dude's white duvet cover, and I was still laying under. I said, yes, must be ketchup, and had the dude drive me home. Ketchup everywhere. Idiots. Not you, the dudes.
What happened? She got a period.
All over the duvet cover. It was not ketchup. It was blood.
Yeah.
A one night stand. Oof. I mean, every girl can kind of relate to that.
Oh my gosh, yes.
And every guy, please teach your sons.
And also, sometimes sex can like induce my period to come.
Wow.
Like if I'm on the verge of my period, and then I don't have it, but then I have sex, and then it kind of comes. So.
Yeah, I told you. Goes up, mixes around, comes out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's juicy. All right, y'all. Thank you for listening to the
You
Friday.
don't have just 10 plus 10?
No, it's 20 plus 10.
Oh, the first one's 20.
I also want to tell you guys one more thing. That if you push subscribe to our, this is what I learned because I listened to podcasts yesterday on the plane. I only had Gary Vee on there because I pushed subscribe, and they download onto your phone automatically.
So good.
That's amazing.
Automatically.
So you have them there, and it will tell you which one you've listened to and which one haven't you listened
So
to.
helpful.
Go do that. Go push subscribe, and then
Because I've definitely gone to listen to podcasts and not remembered which ones I've listened to. And sometimes when they kind of start out the same, and then you're like, like 10 minutes in, you're like, oh, I already saw this
And
one.
if you're a nervous flyer, I'm not, but I was just bored and we had no TV. Put on and that's took some Dramamine and fell asleep. So put on a podcast, and you can do other things, but it's like you don't hear people coughing and making noises, and it makes the time go by faster. And I was so thankful I had them all on my phone, because otherwise I couldn't have listened to it, because I couldn't download them. They were just there. I mean, I would have preferred to listen to something else, but I mean, I learned a shit ton again, so that was great. We are Gary Vee. Gary Vee is us. We already know that. He was talking about epic failures. And how he doesn't give a fuck and just keeps moving on, doesn't think about it. I'm like, okay, you're talking like we're you and you're us.
I know, it's so weird.
It is so weird. He also said cut the bottom 20% of your company. Anyways, we'll go to a Tuesday podcast.
Bye.
Bye.